नहीं जानू, तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानू, मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानू, मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानू। सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको, सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको, अब तो आकर बाह धरो, अब तो आकर बाह धरो, हे प्रभु जी, प्रभु जी, प्रभु जी, दया करो मन में आन बसो, मन में आन बसो, मन में आन बसो।
नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाला गोपाला नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाल गोपाला नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाल नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाला नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाल गोपाला नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाल गोविंदा गोविंदा गोपाला गोपाल गोविंदा गोविंदा गोपाला गोपाल नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाला गोपाला नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाला गोपाला नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाला गोविंदा गोविंदा गोपाला गोपाल गोविंदा गोविंदा गोपाला गोपाल नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाला गोपाला नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाला गोपाला नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाला गोपाला नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाल गोपाल नंद 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 गोविंद नंद नंद गोपाला गोपाला नंद नंद आनंद नंद नंद गोविंद नंद Gopala Nanda Ananda Govinda Gopala Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol Jai 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 Jai Radha Hari Bol Jai Jai Radha Ramana 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 Hari Bol Jai Jai Radha Hari Om Namah Shivaya 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 Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya 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 Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Govinda Madhava Gopala Keshava Govinda Madhava Gopala Keshava Nanda Mukunda Nanda Govinda Radhe Gopala Nanda Mukunda Nanda Govinda Radhe Gopala Govinda Madhava Gopala Keshava Govinda Madhava Gopala Keshava Radhe 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 Shyam 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 Govinda Madhava Gopala Keshava Govinda Madhava Gopala Keshava Nanda Mukunda Nanda Govinda Radhe Gopala Nanda Mukunda Nanda Govinda Radhe Gopala Giridhari Giridhari Om Namah Shivaya 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 Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Shivaya Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, my dear. Namaste, everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Sri Moji Ji ki Jai. So today is the last Satsang before we go into the retreat. So maybe we jump right into questions if there are any. Yes, Purvi says, can I ask? You can ask, my dear.
Namaste, Father.
Namaste, namaste, my dear.
Um, so, Father, when I am contemplating on this, like this, resting on or staying on the I amness, um, I find that, Father, there is no I actually, there is just presence.
Yes,
Um, so, so adding I is like, I feel like I'm adding a thought I to that.
yes,
But when I just go to the feeling of my existence, there is just an amness or isness. There is no I in that.
yes, yes. So we are coming to the discovery that this, which I used to call I, the personal I, ego, it doesn't exist at all. You see? And then you say that I find that there is only presence. You see? So this I, which is aware even of this presence, is not personal, is not made up of any concepts. You cannot find it. And yet, you have had the experience that even this presence for you ultimately is not a constant, isn't it?
Mhm. Yes,
Huh? So there must
yes,
be I that knows even the coming and going of presence.
yes,
We have the experience in that which we call deep sleep, that not even the presence is there, there is nothing at all.
yes,
Isn't it? So this one is the constant, the eternal constant. No matter what comes and goes, including the presence,
mhm,
this one cannot go. Because to say that something comes and goes, there must be a unmoving witness of that.
mhm.
Because if the witness also came and went, then something would have to witness that coming and going, you see. So the coming and going is in relation to something which is not coming and going.
Yes. So Father, like even So, like, there is a witness of all the thoughts, emotions, and also there is a witness of this I amness feeling, like this existence. But there is a difference in those and this I amness existence, because they are all related to this feeling, like, because if I feel I am existing, then I give my attention to the thoughts. If there is no existence, there is nothing. I mean, so all those phenomena which like I witness, they are all kind of like sometimes their states, or they are kind of little, they're not same always. But this feeling, whenever I try to access, like whenever, I mean, this person, when I try to access it, it always the same feeling, like the sense of existence. It's not like that when I'm eating it's less, or when I'm meditating it's more. It's the same current, same spark.
Yes.
And when I feel that sense of existence, it's not even related to the heartbeat, or it's not exist because of the heartbeat, because of this liver, because of the kidney. It's just like everything is there, but it is by its own. I mean, it's, Father, what I'm saying, like, it's not that it's related to all this functioning, but it's like it's like something which is there. I mean, it's not even the heartbeat also, I can feel it like up and down or something. This
Yes.
is just like a blank. It's like it's there. Even if we say, like in my direct experience, like even if we say that a living body needs all these organs to be functioning, but when this sense of existence, it is. It doesn't feel like it's connected to all these organs, and I am like pulled by this, that, though. It's just it is.
This is very beautiful. It's very good. Because this is coming from the light of your direct experience.
Yes.
You're just stating what you have experienced. And this has the perfume of your direct experience, so I'm very happy to hear this. It is not dependent on anything phenomenal at all. In fact, if at all, we have to say that all phenomena is present only because of the light of this presence. This is why this is called the primordial. And all cultures, all religions have a way of representing this. As the I am, as Om. You see? All of these are representations of this presence, Atma, amness.
So for it, like, to be honest, I kept everything. I dropped everything. Like even this word Om also, I left it,
Yes.
because I'm just like, I want to everything like direct experience. I mean, I used to read and I used to think that is Om. I used to imagine, but this, I dropped everything, because um because I can't even hold anything. Like
Actually,
it's
you've not dropped the Om, just like the words I am is not I am. Therefore, the syllable Om is not Om. It's the same thing. You see, so there is no distinction between this which is represented as Om or this which is represented as I am. It's the same. And just like your focus is not on the syllables of I am, it is on the presence, the sense of existence. This is the same. You see, so there is no dichotomy there. This is the primordial vibration, the same, I amness, that which is the light of the entire phenomenal manifestation. The light, the screen, the actors, the script writer, everything is this presence.
Can I say last question?
Yes, my dear, of course.
Um, so when I watched like those guided meditation of different masters, they always say like everything is consciousness or everything is a knowingness or everything is just what it is. And then when I used to when I uh, go through those like when I'm hearing meditation,
वैसे वो पूछ रहा था मूवी देख ले रहा हूँ मुझे
उन्होंने देखनी है
मैंने देखने की पूछा
Okay, my dear, we
hello
can
Father.
yes, yes.
So Father, like when I was like through this guided meditation, always I had that feeling like okay, everything is arising, everything is just knowingness. And then I liked Muji's guided meditation because he always tells that from a person's like which we are person like stay as in awareness, don't touch your thoughts, don't no need to follow those thoughts.
Yes.
So there was a lot of like I had a confusion why if it is a consciousness then why do we need to not touch it and all that. Then Father, like it's maybe like I'm just telling my contemplation, sharing my contemplation to you. Um, so what I found is like if I'm consciousness, there is no one there to say it's not. It's this is I'm not liking. This is I'm liking. This is how I should not. That means if I am saying that oh this is coming, that means that is for Muji's what is like. I feel like that is what he says. Like when you are still a person, don't try to touch it. When you feel still like is that Father what I am?
Exactly. If there is still the belief in personhood, then we must continue to not believe our thoughts or to inquire or to remain in the presence or to remain as awareness. All these pointers are for your recognition of the truth as well as for you to end your conditioning. You see? So jokingly we were saying the other day, I'm not sure whether you were in that satsang or not, but it's just like consciousness has been eating a lot of fast food, the fast food of concepts. You see, and while eating these fast food of concepts, then it is starting to pretend as if it is a person. You see, without eating this fast food of concepts, it is not possible. So now what is happening is that consciousness is tired of all this junk food and wants to go on a diet. You see? And with the going of the diet, what is to be shed? Just the ideas of personhood. So the weight that it is shedding is the weight of conditioning. All of this is just metaphorical, okay? None of this is to be taken as, oh, Ananta says that, consciousness became fat or something. It is just metaphorical. So, like this, it put on the weight of conditioning and everything that we've attached to the sense I am is the junk food that we have eaten. You see? Now, when we go on a diet, then the previous junk food is being burnt on its own, isn't it? All that is asked of you in a diet is that don't consume new junk food. You see? Huh? So now what happens? That we start the diet and Just when we start, then some very tempting dish will come. The mind will offer up some, concept which has been your favorite, good or bad, but has been your favorite. You see, so this comes up. Huh? Then what happens is that because it's habit, maybe you eat that, so some conditioning got built up. Now, the trouble with spiritual seekers is that after we consume that, so we were calling it the salad. Huh? After we consume that salad, then the hamburger of guilt comes. See, now I should not have done this. I'm feeling so badly. I'm not worthy of freedom. I'm not worthy enough to do this diet. You see? So these guilt thoughts we consume. And then as we consume this hamburger, then we give ourselves the position of the failed seeker or the unworthy seeker. And we believe thoughts like, I will never get it. This is not working for me. I don't want this path, it doesn't work, all of this. So then after the hamburger, we also eat the dessert of becoming the unworthy seeker. You see? So it's much simpler. Sometimes the salad comes, and because our habit is to eat the salad, it gets eaten. But at least let's not follow it up with the 1-2 punch, you see, of guilt, and then making ourselves believe that I am something like an unworthy seeker or the failed person on this journey of enlightenment, all of that rubbish. If you can at least not eat that, you see, then what happens is that more and more. So we were talking about this conveyor belt, like a restaurant is there in London. There's a conveyor belt. On that, the sushi comes. Huh? So on this conveyor belt, different types of sushi are coming. You see? Just like the mind, different thoughts are coming, different. You see, and just like this conveyor belt, we are to allow it to just come and go, just to come and go. Now, if you are not picking up this, then in this moment, we are free from conditioning, and all past conditioning is burning itself out. Sometimes the burning can be sensed energetically, sometimes it cannot be sensed at all. You see? So we must allow that process to happen on its own. And in this way, then, not only have you come to the recognition of what you are, you're also not picking up any fresh conditioning, you're losing all of this weight of personhood. You see? Now, what cannot happen, one mistake that many on this path make, is that they feel that the instant they have the recognition, it must be the end of all conditioning. This is very rare. It can happen. I'm not saying it cannot happen, but it usually does not happen. Usually, what happens is the recognition is there, and with the recognition, a strong fire is lit, which burns a lot of the conditioning, but not necessarily all of it. And then the mind can come very strongly and try to convert this recognition, which is so sublime and inexpressible, and tries to convert that into words and
Yes,
says, this is
yes.
what you saw, this is what you understood, yes, yes, I got it. You see? Then this itself becomes fresh conditioning. So just after full workout, 1,000 calorie workout, then we start consuming all the caramel custard and all of that. You see? So in this way it can work. So the recognition can work as a big workout. There's a lot of burning of these calories of conditioning, but not necessarily the end of the diet. And that is why many masters and sages, in fact most of them, have said that after the recognition, just keep quiet. And then you find that all of this is allowed to be assimilated. You're not picking up new conditioning, especially not the spiritual conditioning. So in this way, then the I am just remains as the I am. Now what happens is that you are able to just keep your, from whatever report you've shared, even here, even earlier, you're able to just keep your attention on this sense I am. And keeping your attention on this presence itself avoids any fresh conditioning to be added to this I amness. You see? But many are not able to just keep attention so still on this presence. But it is not the end of the world even for them, because to add concepts, to go from unassociated being to being pretending to be the subject of some concept, needs also our belief. So as long as we are not believing any thought, you see, so withdrawing attention means what? You're not even looking at the food which is coming in the conveyor belt and staying as yourself. You see? Yeah, and withdrawing belief means what? That although attention is going because this curiosity is there, some interest is there, you see, attention is going, and yet we are not picking up, you're not eating it. So this is belief. And you will find that, all of us will find that, as we keep not picking it up, then also the interest in looking reduces. Then attention also seems more manageable and doesn't want to rush about to every concept. And then you will have this experience that everything seems to become much quieter than it was. This mental noise which seemed so loud,
Yes.
it becomes very meek and powerless. So like I told you last time, I very much enjoy hearing you. I feel that I'm very happy with your contemplation and your presence. My full blessings are there with you, and don't get shaken along this with these things which will come. You know, the Maya will bring up a lot of things for you.
Yes, Father. Like I get like lot. I mean, I stopped discussing all those distractions and all that because as you aptly said, Father, like even I have the glimpse of recognition, but still there's all this conclusions, all this kind of jumping, all this like all the fruits after all this they come, and and so at the end of the day, it's always my mantra, Father, not you are like saying not believing the thought, and that always helps me. Like even though I read Bhagwan Raman Maharsi's book, Nisargadatta Maharaj's book, which I love most, Maharaj's book. When I'm reading that, I'm just full like, oh my God, oh, yeah, I just understand.
Yes.
After 1 hour, I'm scratching my head. What should I do? This pain came. What should I do? So my family told that. I thought like, okay, not believing the thought is just the what it works. So I call that it's like my like the spray. I use it for killing all the beets and all that, all the insects. Like I
Yes.
use that for like because no matter even if I understand everything, even if I do all the just so even if I do all those like I go through, I understand, but still then um most of the time I have to apply that tool like not touching, not believing the thought because I see them, but I don't try to build my relationship with them. Um, that keeps me like in my I amness, like I see that it's like so much loud. Like earlier, I used to flow with them, so I never thought of like. But now, as I become vigilant and I'm watching them, every pin drops, it makes a sound to me. Like now, like everything, whatever it's dropping, it just makes a sound. So this not picking up thing is really helping me, Father, and I'm so happy, Father, that no one ever pointed out this one, because so far in my journey everybody said like try to get this thought, replace this with that, do this. Always there is like an illusion, like like the fan blades, they are like three of them like rotating, now none of them touching. I will be using trying to do this and do that. It's like a never ending journey. Like, because not believing a thought, it applies to everything, even if it's a good, bad, everything. So that helps a lot, Father. And I'm so thankful. And this is a day like every like Tuesday here. Like since morning, I am so happy that I will talk to you, Father, like face to face. And like, okay, I'll do my work and I will have this time. And I tell my family that don't disturb me. Even my son comes here like asking. So, but this is the day I'm looking for, because I feel like whatever the stuffs throughout the week I have been going, and that's the main thing. I can talk to you, get into the root of the stuff and get them just chopped off. Thank you so
Great.
much, Father.
Very good. I'm very happy. Actually, on the same topic yesterday, I saw this quotation by Robert Adams. It was very beautiful, actually, and I posted it also. Maybe I can read it if I can find it. Okay, so this is a quote from Robert Adams, and it's titled Surrendering Thoughts. He says, whatever comes to your mind, never react, just watch, smile, and you are surrendering. Whatever comes to your mind, never react, just watch, smile, and you are surrendering. As your thoughts come, you no longer pay any attention to it. It doesn't bother you. That's surrendering. The next thought comes to you. You don't pay any attention to it. It doesn't frighten you. It doesn't make you happy. It doesn't make you sad. Just watch it and it'll go away. You surrender that thought. Hmm? So he said, the next thought comes to you. You don't pay any attention to it. And yet later he says, just watch it. Which means what? That the definition that he was using of attention just meant that just don't give it any belief. You see, just watch it means attention can go to it, but don't pay it any, as we say when we talk usually, don't give it any attention means what? Don't buy into it. Don't believe it. You see? So we're saying the same thing actually, where he said the next thought comes to you, you don't pay any attention to it. It doesn't frighten you. It doesn't make you happy. It doesn't make you sad. Just watch it and it will go away. You surrender that thought. Then he says, your mind will become calmer and calmer and calmer and quieter and quieter and quieter until it dissolves itself in the heart and you will be free. I enjoyed very much hearing this.
So beautiful.
So simple and so beautiful. Yeah.
like whenever I read his poems, it's basically see God's father, like your pointings and Robert Adams' pointings are very much similar. Like I always feel like you're Robert Adams. Same. Thank you, Father.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Come. If you want to sit up, you.
I don't really have anything to say.
Yeah.
I just wanted to come just for a few minutes. And, like, I don't want to take a lot of time or anything. Just
Does it feel like you're facing some trouble or something, some suffering?
yeah. I mean, it's like ever since I came up and said that I'm having some kind of energy coming up or some kind of
Yeah.
like suppressed emotions
Yeah.
coming up,
Yeah.
like it's been there,
Yeah.
and it seems to be getting like stronger and
Yeah.
stronger as the days are going on. And actually, like all that stuff that I had with like all these desires coming
Yeah.
up and stuff, like when I actually was able to see that it was still just coming from there, from like some unresolved emotions and like grief and all this stuff. And so it was just like sprouting things,
Yeah.
you know. And I mean, there's nothing really to say about it. It's just,
But you see that when you look at it objectively, what happened? What happened is that first you said that for a long part of my life, I felt like I have to be a certain way. See, I have to be a certain way, I have to be proper and in whatever the way was. You see? Which means what? That which wanted to be expressed in different ways was then suppressed. You see, was then suppressed. Because the concept I have to be a certain way means the suppression of everything else, which is not that way. You see? So then what happened? Some things started getting released from childhood. You see? This is what was happening. I felt that others in the bus were not liking me or something like this, and I'm behaving badly. So now the sense is that I want to be a little obnoxious or something. You see? This sense came because that was pushed. So now it is getting released. Then now what is happening is that is allowing, hopefully being allowed to get released. And then other things which have been also put down, like this, like some phenomenal ideas of what life should be like, maybe they were also pushed away. Maybe now they're coming back, and maybe it seems like with a vengeance or something. But it comes like that, just like that soda bottle example. You see, you keep pushing it down, you see, and keeping a lid on, and yet the shaking is happening through life. So suddenly, when you come to spaciousness, the top is open, then this release is bound to happen. You see? So for some, it can be very like strong. In one satsang, they come and they start screaming and shouting and everything getting released like this. For some, it is coming step by step, more in a more sober way. You see, and it doesn't seem just like that. Screaming, shouting, almost the feeling of vomiting doesn't feel comfortable. Even this is not bound to feel comfortable. You see, but we must just simply allow it to come, release itself, and best not to add new concepts or new ideas to this. So, because that will be old conditioning leaving, but we are picking up new conditioning about it and in some way keeping it, holding it back. Just like this, and the, like I was saying earlier, that sometimes the releasing of conditioning or the recognition of the truth comes with the burning of prior conditioning, which is experienced energetically. Something is getting burned, something is resisting, some vibration in the body. All this can happen. And we must allow this process to take its time. The mind will come and say, oh, but shouldn't it have been done by now? And yet, when we look back, we see it took many years to build up. So, if we can give it so many years for it to build up, then sometime we can give it for it to be released. Because that idea that it should have gone by now is the way for the mind to keep the conditioning there. To rush you into saying, okay, it should be gone, why isn't it working, something else I have to do. It'll keep saying these kind of things. But that which triggered the release of this, that spaciousness which allowed all of this to come up, you see, will not be done unless it is completely dissolved in it. It's the same process of it coming up, the releasing and the dissolution actually is the same process. And much must have already gone actually, but our attention and belief goes to that which still comes. You see, much of that which we felt was coming up strongly, now when we look at that, it might even seem silly. What was that? You see, so that means it's gone. It doesn't have the bite. It doesn't have the juice now. You see, that means it is going. In the same way, this also will go. It will not seem that strong.
Sometimes I feel though like I'm not really in satsang
Yeah.
because the emotion or whatever is so loud
Yeah.
that it's just like takes over everything. But it's not really like a story around it.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just there. But it also makes it more easy to believe thoughts though.
Yes, yes, it's very fertile
Yeah.
ground for belief.
Yeah.
That's why it's very good that you keep coming. At least whatever attention we seem to have in our control, you see, whatever attention span we can muster, we can keep that in satsang, but don't have to become regimental about it or something. Satsang is doing its job. Just that you find yourself here, I know that something is working.
And I never thought I would feel like this, but I actually like don't want to do a silent retreat. Like I would normally like love to be in silence, but it's more that I just having also so much energy coming
Yeah.
up, like um, I want to like work out and dance and like all these things, and I don't want to just like I don't know, it's just too much energy. So I just feel like I don't. Yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. And that's why it's good to have the silent retreat.
But isn't it also good to like if you have the energy to let it express versus just like
Yeah, the
sitting?
energy can be expressed, but and life also creates the opportunities for it to get expressed. Like last evening, all of you were jumping about. A lot of energy would have got expressed in that. So let that energetic expression be up to life. And nobody knows actually in what form all of this releasing will happen. You see, you don't know whether it will be laughter, whether it will be tears, whether it will be screaming, whether it will be completely quiet. We don't know any of that. So just every moment to rest in this not knowing. Yeah. But one thing is certain, that as you are in satsang with openness, then nothing can stop this dissolution. We just can't say when.
I'm also like coming to terms with that it might not be like in this life kind of. But I don't mean that in like a depressing way, just
Yeah.
I always had this feeling like, yeah, like it has to be, oh, like one more month and then okay, I'm done or something. But it's like I don't know if,
Yeah.
but like it doesn't matter kind of like it's the wanting it to be over and the wanting it to be done that is in a way like not accepting it there. It's like wanting to, it's like adds to the constant like rejection of what's actually coming up in the
Exactly.
moment. And that's like still like the tendency is to constantly to resist what's happening and to oppose it and try to only feel happy or something like that.
Yeah. But you're saying that that is dropping.
Yeah, that's what it I think is.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Because the dropping of concern about it being done, is it being done? The dropping of the concern about it being done or not, you see, is if we cannot even go as far as saying that that itself is it being done, at least we can say it is one of the biggest steps.
Because actually, I don't know. Like, I have quite deep emotions. I always have, and so I don't actually know if that will ever change. And I've always wanted to like not feel,
Yeah.
which is why I feel like was repressing emotions and stuff, and wanting to feel some kind of like very strong detachment
Yeah.
where I wouldn't feel anything. And I thought that's like what enlightenment was. But now I feel like I can feel all of these things.
Of
And yeah.
course. This is very good. Because it is not the running away from any state, any emotion. Freedom must mean the freedom to experience anything that is coming up. You see? Now, what has been troubling more is the judgment that we have about it, the interpretations that we've had about it. Okay, this should not be, I'm feeling bad, now this means I'm not free, am I really getting somewhere? So we want to hide away from these emotions because we feel like they're very depressing, they feel very frustrating, you see. But when this openness comes, that I'm just open to all experience, because there is a seeing now that that which is aware of this cannot be hurt by anything that comes. And as this is seen more and more, then we don't hide from anything, either in the seeming outer appearance or in the seeming inner appearance of thoughts and emotions. And it's very beautiful to allow yourself to feel. It can even be that just from when we were very young, we were told that it's not, you must not cry in front of others or something like that. Even something like that. can be the source of repressing so much. And that is one of the beautiful aspects of satsang. That when you come, you can just be and to allow everything to unfold with integrity. If big smiles are coming, then big smiles are coming. If big tears are coming, then big tears are coming. In fact, actually, in satsang, if you come and something happens, then even the rest of the sangha should not actually come to you and say, "Hey, what happened?" and it's going to be okay. Nothing. They should just leave you alone for some time. Everyone, for each other. You see, sometimes it feels like it's more loving to intervene. Huh? But until we have that complete intuitive sense of when intervening needs to happen and when it should just be left, till then we must not try to intervene and make each other feel better.
Yeah, because I do feel like when I'm alone, I can let the emotions
Yeah.
express. And oftentimes I look like outwardly, if someone saw me, I would look very sad or very angry. And like that is the emotion that's there. But then when I have to interact with people, I have to not really allow those emotions because it's not socially acceptable. Even I feel in the Sangha, like I'm not going to be walking around crying or like,
But you
or,
can. With the sangha, you can.
yeah.
That's a true sangha. You see? And if something happens to them because you were in a particular emotional state, then that is also their satsang.
But it's more like my whole face just like contracts
Yeah.
and I just like, it's just like that.
Yeah.
So I can't really walk around like this.
As long as you're open to being laughed at, I feel it's completely fine. Yeah. Because the trigger for this was to try and be socially accepted and liked.
Yeah.
You see? And it hates being laughed at. Yeah? So yesterday, just like it happened just very spontaneously, where I saw everyone was having a good time. I was just sitting over here, and she was just. And I just looked at her and started laughing. Because everybody's going ding, ding, ding. And she. I just started laughing, and you also started laughing. Then it becomes more like a game or play. We don't take it so seriously. If we allow ourselves to laugh, we allow others to laugh at us. We don't have to laugh and respond. Because somebody laughing at you, sometimes we feel like, oh, that makes the anger or frustration worse or something. That's also okay.
And then I also want to expose that like I am having difficulty not believing thoughts regarding like future and especially things about being in like the present, your presence or like Guruji's presence, and just like I feel like there's still someone who wants to make sure that I'm in your presence and wants to is like strategizing or something about future and like the best place for me to be and all these things, and like some belief is going there because that's very I feel like that's if there's like the strongest attachment, that would be it, would be like being in the presence of the master, and because I know that it's so important in this.
The good news is that you'll never experience the future. All that you will experience is the now. And in the now, you see that all is unfolding on its own. So, even if there was this mythical future, then if the now is unfolding on its own, then even if the so-called future is dependent on what is now, then that is unfolding on its own. You see? So this fake decision maker idea, you see, the planner, the strategist, is just something we can play with from time to time, but not to be taken seriously.
it's like, yeah, it's like linking up with those emotions as well, like that story. And so it seems like, yeah, like something, but it's not. And yeah, I just wanted to say
Just
that.
like after Satsang yesterday, we spent some time just talking about the mythical retreat in October in Tiruvannamalai. So that kind of thing can come. But you see that it can be done with big lightness about it. Just not, oh, even if that pretend is happening, it can all happen very just, yeah, this feels, what you feel, yeah, okay, yeah, something like this, just like a game. It's not taken seriously. You see? But it's not, okay, now what I'm going to say, it's a little subtle. Yeah? So sometimes if this just becomes a concept, you see, then we take it too far and then we comment on the mind about not planning for the future. You see? So it can just be that, no, that's in the future. How can you talk to me about the future? Like, there is it's not like that. You see? So although it is true from the ultimate perspective, and yet even if the planning has to show up in the now, like what do we do in the next 6, 7 days during the retreat, we can talk with this. This can flow. As long as it is seen that it's only happening now, and what is now is only this, which presumably is talking about some future. See? But it doesn't have that burden of planning the future. Because imagine who can plan the future. You don't even know what's going to happen in the next 2 minutes. It could be that I say something to you, I hope not, but I say something to you now, and you say, just, I'm leaving all this now. I don't believe anything you're saying. I'm leaving this room. I'm not coming back. You see? It can be. We don't. So all our plans about, okay, next month, and then next month, and then here, like this, all out the window in one shot. The best to leave it, and if something very naturally is appearing, intuitively it is appearing, then we can just stay with that with no tightness. General, not tightness, but lightness.
Yeah, it's definitely quite heavy. It's not light at the moment with the, yeah, but
There's nothing that the inquiry cannot make light.
I don't find myself inquiring so much these
But
days.
if we look together even now,
Yeah.
who's here that has a future? Because at some level we must still be talking about Prabha's future. You see? So if we can see now that there is no Prabha, then the question of future of Prabha will seem like the future of a dream character or the future of a movie actor in the movie. So the inquiry is what? Just to see who I am. Does this one have a future or a past?
It's only like a concept.
Only a concept.
Like,
So what is here now?
there's like the physical, like what's the physical reality.
The physical phenomena being perceived, yes.
And a lot of like, there's a lot of mind activity, like a lot of thoughts coming up, and there's, and that's just being perceived in this.
So this, does this have a future?
No, it doesn't.
So the physical reality which is appearing, that is a phenomenal, you can call it physical reality or phenomenal illusion or whatever we call it, you see, which is appearing, does that have a future?
I feel like it does, but if you have to still think about, you have to have a thought that says,
Yes. And these thoughts by themselves also don't have a future. Thought is just coming and it's going. Thought is futureless, isn't it? And this also doesn't have the future. You said all appearing in this. So this doesn't have this. Okay, the reality or unreality of the phenomenal existence we can discuss later. See? But as long as it is clear that what I am in this, or is this, which doesn't have a past or future, then what to do about future thoughts?
maybe the one thought that like has the most belief is in order to be clear, or in order to be like clear that you are this, you need to be in the presence of a master. And then that brings you into
Okay,
wanting.
so now you're in the presence, so-called, of a master, supposedly. So then, are you clear that you are this or no?
Even like the checking, like all this stuff, and whether I say like, yes, I'm clear, no, I'm not clear, like it doesn't matter that
It
I
is,
am
yeah.
this,
That's it, no? So if you already say that even whatever I might say, or my conclusion, or my checking, all of this, it's just happening within this, and I am. So what's so unclear? Even if blurriness is appearing within this, but it is seen that it's only within this.
It's kind of like just um, like a fear to stand in my own seeing, kind of like I need
Yes.
to,
Yeah.
that without the master I'll be lost or something, and that's, yeah, like I am clear.
Okay, so stand in
Yeah.
your seeing now.
Yeah.
Forget about months later or whatever. Just now, because this fear can seem very real. You see, and it is this fear at the root of it, which makes us want to run to some concept. It wants to make us want to pick up the next tray of sushi from the conveyor belt.
And that tray of sushi is like very spiritual, like
Yeah,
the
very
most spiritual
spiritual.
concepts and stuff.
So now stay in this. Don't run. Stay in this. Did you run? Did you run? Did you run or no?
No, I don't
No.
really know what's going on.
Yes, yes, it's good. Leave it then. Yeah. Don't run to any concept. That's all.
Running happens though.
Let it happen and then come
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
It's okay. That's happening.
Nothing, just like,
Yes.
something feels really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
This sense of discomfort is what will dissolve as you refuse to buy into any concept, any idea. Then it can seem like something is just shaky. What's what? It's just this fear of not getting to hide behind a concept, hide behind a conclusion, being able to make a report about ourselves. This is what is happening to me. Yeah, it feels very uncomfortable when we are not able to say, this is what's happening. Especially because you are now stuck like this here. You don't know whether to leave or to stay or to say something or not, or what's supposed to happen. It's just like this for the mind is just confusing because this is not a normal day-to-day interaction that you have on the street. How are you? What do you want? How's it going? No, it's just yeah. And something wants to make the conclusion that yes, yes, it's good, it's done for today. Nothing at all, not even this. Yeah, yeah.
It's funny how like thoughts come, but because so much belief has gone to them, it's like they still rule this body mechanism, right? So like it's like it seems to have a control or a power over what's actually happening.
Okay, so what thought has power now?
Oh, like for example, something like you're taking a long time or something like that or something.
Yeah.
Then it's like it brings up the emotion of like anxiety or something something, some kind of aversion or something.
Yeah.
But it seems to have a direct link to like the facial expression
Yes,
and
It
the
seems like it's all coordinating itself in some way.
exactly like it's linking this, and so it like plays out in the body.
Yeah.
But then I guess when you stop believing your thoughts, and this is just, I have experienced this as well, where then it doesn't have that direct link. It's like not in control anymore
Yeah.
of the, but then yeah.
It can only seem like thoughts have some control of the phenomenal realm, but actually thought is also just another appearance in phenomena. So all, there is only one cause for all, which is this consciousness itself, including thought and energetic sensations and outside appearances. Sometimes all of it seems coordinated, not just what's happening in the body. You see, all of it seems so orchestrated. You see, therefore the cause cannot be another phenomenal appearance like this.
But it's like belief like puts everything
Yeah,
together.
and makes a story out of it.
Yeah, and makes it seem like unified or something, and then
You just stay like this and don't try to hide or run to any concept. If something is just happening on its own, then just you're watching that anyway. But don't hold on to any conclusion or any idea. And if something gets strongly held on to, then either you inquire into it or you come and expose it in satsang. Your mind will keep coming and saying, "Oh, you're taking too much time. Oh, then I better go back." But this is for everyone. What you're sharing is for everyone because everyone works like this. Just in that moment, right now, there is this impulse to rush to a concept for most of us. There's this sense that I must go and get some understanding about this, what's happening, or pick up some conclusion about this, or counter this in some way. So this can be experienced as a sensation or something like this. Right? But just if we, so in a way I can say stand our ground, then this becomes our natural condition, so to speak. You're noticing this impulse or no? How many feel that we are powerless in front of this impulse that must be followed? You feel like that? Tendency is to go. So this tendency will become lighter and lighter as you stay with this. You see? Because this is the truest meaning of not believing our next thought. It's not a doing, but it is just this non-doing of not going with the tendency. Just like right now, it's too much for the mind. Yeah. Yes. This fear of disappearing completely. Don't have to do any of that. You, yeah. So suppose that you said, okay, I must have more love for you. Okay? You believe the idea, I must have more love for Ananta. Okay, suppose. How will you create that love? Cannot create love. Don't forget it. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. This is what can happen is that you're leaving the prison, huh? But the mind is saying, at least have that last meal is supposed to be very good in prison. So you're leaving this play of personhood, and something is saying, at least play with that love because love is what is so beautiful. You see? But that is a mental love can never be love. This prison love is never true love. True love will be what you find as you discover this oneness, this not separateness. And this openness is this discovery that there are no two. You see? So if there are no two, then this sense of oneness is love. Yes. So yes, it tries to yes, it tries to help you. It pretends to help you. You see, but it's still keeping you in prison. I'm saying in this moment you are out of jail. Now, if you believe what this jailer voice is saying, then it'll pull you back. Whatever it might be saying, it is all about jail. You see? There is an attachment to our prison, which we are letting go of now. You see? Even actual prisoners have reported this, isn't it? After they've been in prison for 10 years and more, then they actually feel scared to go out. They feel like, okay, this is comfortable, at least it's clear. This is the schedule, this is my lunchtime, dinner time, everything is laid out. So this uncertainty of this freedom, because it's too free for the mind. You see, the uncertainty, the sense that anything can appear right now, this can be a little scary. When we're dropping all ideas about how to control life, what life should be like, what should happen, when we're dropping the idea of being somebody, yeah, so forget what the mind is doing. Leave the mind, leave it. Whatever it is doing, knowing, not knowing, what is besides the mind? It's not. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That which witnesses all of this is no thing. Really? Now, this no thing is the end game for the mind. It's scary for the mind. Yes, but any appearance, Any appearance you don't bother about. That yes, mind will keep saying a lot of things. You see? So don't listen to the mind. That which is opening, closing, leave all of that. Stay with that which witnesses it. Give her the mic. Yes. Yes. Speak into the mic, that's why you have it.
Also, there are this thing that is not comfortable
Yeah.
with the unknown.
So suppose yes, that's the mind. Yeah. Careful. Yeah. So what can happen is that it can seem like just as we are leaving this prison, there's a moat. You know moat? This water body which has alligators and crocodiles. You see? Yeah? So like this the mind will come and say, come back, come back, come back. Like this it'll say something, something. But we are walking through. No? Yeah? Just as this, just stay with this. Whatever sensations are coming, whatever thoughts are coming, let them come and go.
When mind is not so active, I feel more in contact with the sensations in the body
And
more
this
and more.
report is whose?
Is mine.
Is also mine. This is the checker guy, as I say.
Wow.
It's a bit strange, I have to admit. As we're letting go of this mind, it can seem like, okay, even the report you don't want, even what is happening, no. You remain empty of all of this. Allow it to come and go. And that which seems so strange right now will seem so natural.
And so how can the desire of don't micro.
You want
This
to
is so much important.
break the mic?
Sorry. I'm not able to
Hold it
concern
properly.
about
Yes, yes, yes.
but it's
It can be
just
a bit strange.
okay.
But some of these things we
Because
all
it's
have
so
to
much.
work.
I was waiting so much lifetimes. Now I must be worried about the micro. All my life I was trying to do a show, and now I don't want it. I must
Yes, yes, it can be like this. In fact, who came the other day? Somebody came and said, I don't like this.
I think it was
so,
me because I have this.
Vedika. She said, I don't like this.
Vedika.
All this mic and all this setup. You see? Because something feels like something was just more casual, more relaxed without these things. And, we are able to just talk without this seeming thing. But it's so helpful, no? If everyone,
But
more
I
people can
know.
hear.
I know. I know.
If it
It's
makes it better.
just a release. Because I'm concerned this thing of shyness, of identification
Yeah.
with this also is mind. It's not. It's nothing.
Yeah. Here also, I'd rather not wear this stuff on my head, but I know it's helpful,
Yes,
so
yes,
it's okay.
yes, it's just a release. Or perhaps mind distracting me.
It uses anything it can
Yes, yes, yes. Because I discovered that I can do nothing with this life, that I'm not doing nothing. Somehow this is now, I am conscient of this. This is very new.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not anxious about I will need to return to my country after my visa will end. This
Don't go
comes,
there.
but not with the
Don't
same.
go there. That's also mine. That's also mine. Don't go there.
Just remains this uncomfortable, nothing to do, to think, just concentrate, be with you.
Not even concentrate. Not even concentrate. Even the idea of concentration you leave. Let all sensations come. You don't believe any report about it. Everything happen. Let it happen. All thoughts can come and go.
There are like the fear of lost control, perhaps.
Yes, that fear, let it come. This is the fear. The same fear what I'm talking about, this impulse to go behind the next thought, to hide behind it.
It's a big fear, like I will have convulsions of the fear of some strong struggling may happen in the body. And this terrifies me.
The sensation of fear can come, but it does not terrify you. Don't be afraid. Nothing is stronger than you.
It comes like the idea that nobody can see me in this moment of complete release of something or let control completely go. And this mind, I must hide to one. It seems, and it concerns to my story. It's so much fear is also in this body.
Just let it go. Let it go. Lose all sense of control.
Because somehow I can feel that I'm one with you. Somehow something knows this, and it's not mine. It's so obvious.
Yes. That which is not mine knows this. The mind knows nothing.
But it seems that I must hide, like to feel
Don't
this.
go there.
To feel this.
Don't believe this.
And somehow it seems I perceive all the appearances are not real. I'm perceiving this. It's coming this. That the persons, how I see them from in the external way, are not real.
Yes. Don't go with any conclusion. It's okay.
Because I'm afraid of this.
Don't believe that. The fear can come, but you are not afraid. Forget the retreat. Now. don't, don't go there. Don't go there. The past is not real. Forget it.
They were saying that this was
Don't believe any of that.
I was losing control and coming
Anything which is the past, don't go with that. Yes, of course. You want to sit on the carpet, you sit on.
And I was thinking,
Mike. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to stop.
but many times it comes this thing that some consultation will happen. I'm so afraid. So strong.
We just remembered you. Or the mic. She was saying, I don't like the mic. I said, someone else also said. Oh.
Comes like a big anger.
Yes, yes. Let it out. It's okay. Let it. Yes, yes.
I'm laughing like something. Oh, you did not ask me to go out.
I won't ask. My neighbors might.
I'm very tired that some of this become to happen.
Yes, yes.
But I'm so afraid of it.
Don't be afraid of
I'm
this.
so much
It has no power over you.
so
Yes. You'll find as it releases like this, you'll find much more spaciousness.
it's coming some space. Because I was looking lately, I don't want to drop the feet. Because my parents just had straight problem.
Don't go there.
Because when I express anyway, it becomes this thing of just
Yeah.
be wild and
Yeah.
like an animal.
Yeah.
Also when I dance, when I don't want to put myself properly, I don't
Yeah.
express when I walk and
Yeah.
walk. I never was allowed to do this.
Yeah. Welcome.
It seems there's also many tensions here, but I'm not so afraid of
Yeah.
I can express. And the fear of the life.
And Aparna says, Father, the whole body went numb and I could not feel it, just only knew it is there by sensations. Krishna says, thank you, Father, going now to pretend to work. Love you too.
Father,
So you said, before you say anything, you said that the impulse when it comes to go with the thought, it is too strong?
impulse like certain thoughts which your very strong
Yeah,
belief
yeah.
with that, that time you just want to resolve that thought. Yeah.
And now?
No, it doesn't happen for all the thoughts. It just once very few thoughts, but it have like full power which hold you
Okay,
hostage.
so stay now without going to them.
As of now, they don't have
Let's
exist
see.
here.
Let's wait together. Let's see.
Should I contemplate about that thought?
No, nothing.
Yeah.
Don't do anything at all.
Okay.
Allow everything to come and go.
Okay.
And if some fear comes, if some thoughts come, don't buy into what they're saying.
Yeah, it have to be always irrespective of thought.
Don't
Yeah.
buy this.
Okay.
No, it's good. It's good to expose and we can look together.
Yeah.
Nothing to hold on to. How is it?
There's no thoughts. Yeah.
No thought means no trouble.
Uh, Father, but during your discussion with Prabha, you told like certain if comes, it's good to expose in Sangha.
Yeah.
So, but is it like something which troubling your mind, or it's like I know for sure certain event happen in past which have so much of it's like so much of investment in that, but at the moment conscious level I am not
Yeah.
I'm nothing suffering because of that, or there's no repetition of thinking about it.
Then we don't
It's
have to bring it back.
okay, you don't have to, otherwise you're just
Yeah.
giving it as an
Exactly.
identity. Yeah.
Only if it seems like even in satsang I'm sitting here
Yeah.
and only I'm thinking about this topic which
Okay.
doesn't go, something like that.
True. I don't know, it's funny, but something like always I have in dream one fear that I told you before, exams. So
Exam.
something probably I it's funny, but that's should probably bring it that I feel like means I was in CA exam,
Yeah.
so as you know probably that lifestyle was like you go in articleship and then you have 3-4 month break
Right.
where you study throughout the day 14 18 hours in a day and just you're doing nothing all the time in mind for 3-4 years. It was just exams, clearing CA, all the student you are just
It
in.
becomes
It's,
so
it's just means your world is only to clear the exams, go in articleship, come study for 4 months and that. And then intermediate there was a like 4 level to intermediate I clear. So intermediate I cleared, but final there was like I study all the months and then before the exam it that fears very strong fear comes, and one time even I didn't give the exam because of that fear. Yeah, just I couldn't go off it. And this fear was so this fear was one of the strongest, like 3-4 year that exam fear and this life continuous 24/7 that just it's good to have background music.
It's okay, it's okay. No.
Yeah. Even one time, I know my paper didn't go well for one paper, and I just come out from near there was an in near to my house there was a small railway station, and I felt like just I finished my life, so I just finished with that, and I sat down. There was the train for 1 hour, but didn't happen that time. But so it's something that's maybe this is just dreams. Every fourth day it comes. You are in exam after a month you didn't prepare, and then I wake up with that. So it's like from 12 years it's just happening. I don't know. Nothing to do with current. You can laugh, but it's just that subconscious mind, that
Yes.
fear is very strong. Yeah.
Even this will release itself,
Yeah.
and although the dream might come, but the sense of in this waking state you will not find this to be very strong or juicy. You see, right now, because so much has been held in
True.
exams and having to pass and not making a mistake, fear of failure, all this will release itself and it will become lighter and lighter. Already you must be finding little lighter than before.
Yeah, but it's conscious mind, it was never been
Yeah.
because it's like 10, 12 year back, you're not appearing for any exam. But somehow it won't because it been that the way the mind, subconscious mind thought for 3-4 year, it been always like that kind of, it comes in dream like father, it comes always in dream.
Okay,
So
so just imagine that you have come to the exam hall.
I don't want to give any exam.
No, no, do it. Let's see. Imagine. Because that which you resist experiencing now often ends up showing up like that. Imagine. Okay, so you came to the exam.
I'm not reaching exam. Reading. Should I inquire on this key? I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
now just imagine that you came to this exam hall and you had studied for the wrong paper. And you get the question paper in your hand and you start sweating because you say, this I don't know because I studied for the wrong paper. And this whole 6 months or 1 year will go waste because of this. And all your friends and family will be so upset with you. Everything that you had planned will go down the drain. Experience the grief, the pain of this mistake. Nothing to run from. Even this situation cannot touch you in reality. Even now, your thoughts are convincing you that you exist personally, but even all of this was only grace. Everything moves only by the will of God. And if this kind of situation happened, then even this is His gift, which the mind cannot understand. That which you truly are is untouched by this. just like a movie playing out in front of you. Some scenes are good, some scenes are bad, but all is one movie and has nothing to do with you. Don't be afraid of this pain. Don't be scared of these emotions. Don't be scared of broken expectations. Be free from all of this. Throw it away. Because all this story is not about you. You are just the witness of it. It's very good. Allow all this to get released.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's good. All of this must go out. You see, we've collected and collected so much rubbish. She's taking the mic and it's okay. The screaming is happening now.
I have no clue about anything, about inquiry, anything.
when she comes, we can read some of the messages. Aparna says, God bless the person who is ill. Thank you, my dear. David says, I'm worried about Ananta's carpet. And Pratik says, beloved Hari, I had exam nightmares for years together. Not here for quite some time though. Even I bunked many exams because of exam fear. You don't like the mic? Okay, I'll repeat what you say.
In that case, I'll take it. I don't think it's worth repeating. So, you said I was running away from the guillotine, so I brought my head.
Yes, very good. Very good.
And I'll just ramble.
Did I say to you that you were running away from the guillotine?
Yes,
Okay.
I felt specifically that it was directed at me, and it is true.
Okay.
It is true. And like some root patterns about my personality were they were very obvious, but somehow they became very clear to me. Like first of all, I wanted to there is the need to be alone and a need to belong fully, which I am not able to balance because the expectations are not clear. Like I feel I will be losing out on my aloneness and my intrinsic kind of seeing or something like that if I have to belong. So there is.
And yet you want to belong also.
Yes, but there's a very deep urge to belong. The aloneness, if I sustain it for some period of time, it's completely fulfilling and there is nothing needed. But then there's a huge loneliness. There's like huge amounts of loneliness experience, and there is the need to express like the love which has been gathered actually in that aloneness. It's a very intense. So repeatedly there's been a movement from aloneness to belonging, and also since I was a child, there's been this tendency for absenteeism.
Okay.
I want to absent myself. And strangely, my father used to support, because he adored me, he used to support my absenteeism. If I sort of really threw a tantrum, he would say, okay, today don't go. So that has continued like over the years. And just I just
not been happy with your absenteeism here, no?
No. Now like he wants to, because like many people have said that because he was too kind to me and too lenient to me in the growing years, now he has had to face all this backlog. So he now insists so there's this absenteeism, and also sometimes the need to be the only person for whom that environment is not working or delivering. It's working for everybody else, but I'm extremely special. So it's not working for me.
Yes, I know this sense.
But if you specifically ask me, I would not be able to say. So like these are the patterns that have continued, and the ego has at sometimes, like in an environment like this, I can laugh it off and just feels like because nobody is getting anywhere and everybody just have to.
Is that true though?
It's no big loss because despite all your blunders, yourself is there. It's all complete. You can go back to it at any point of time. And also this not being completely present with one thing, but being anchored in it somewhat, but still keeping
like I'm I feel like ashamed to admit it, but one day I entirely spent watching Raji ji's videos.
Yes, that's good. That's not
And
bad.
these are so good,
Yes, okay.
and these are helping me
Yes,
so much.
yes.
And then after that, there was a feeling of embarrassment to come
No,
here.
why?
I don't know, just like, because I feel like if somebody loved me, they had to love me totally. They can't do that. So why am I doing it like this? So there's always these things, and so now it's you chop me or do whatever.
The guillotine actually is just this. Huh? It is the soundless, it is the sensationless guillotine. Huh? Because actually, what it means that this moment now, for the mind, is unbearable. It feels like it is being killed. So, what is the defense against this moment? What is the defense against it now? Is to hide behind a thought. That is the only seeming defense. So, if you don't do that, then it is chopped.
And it doesn't have to hurt.
Whether it hurts or not is not important.
So I'm
So
always
sometimes the
looking
sense
for
of
the blood and the
yeah,
gore, and because it's not
because our
happening,
examples are so gory.
and
The guillotine, the axe, the
there's
sword.
there's a feeling that I'm not chopping myself mercilessly, or I'm not allowing it.
Yeah.
Because after a time, it's also joyful. This joyful when the current is entered of being able to see for yourself as to what is happening and
Yeah.
how your mind is trying to hide.
Yes. Enjoying the job? Too simple, Yeah.
How does it? Jaya Bhagavan, 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 Jaya Bhagavan.
Thank you all so very much for being in Satsang today. Sadhguru Sri Muji Ji ki Jai. You stay for a few days? Huh? Yeah? Thank you, Stacy, my dear. Thank you for moderating today. You can end the broadcast now.